Welcome to Kustom Life Vlog. We're starting this one off a little bit different. Usually it's me at the top of the video right before we head out to the show explaining where we're going and how we're gonna do it, but I'm starting this one off a little bit different because I want to show you guys something. This is our brand new shirt we got going down. This is our Cruising on Chrome shirt. It features an Alba Bank wheel, which is my favorite wheels ever produced, and it's actually the wheels that I'll be using on the Tacoma build. So this is the back, Cruising on Chrome, Kustom Life. This is the front, featuring a little Alba Bank wheel. But go to the website, pick one up for yourself, really appreciate it. But in this video, we are heading out to Arizona, Prescott, Arizona for Cruise to the Pines. But before we go to the show, I head out a day early. I go over to Panda's shop, I show him the Tacoma. He's never seen the Tacoma before, so I had the chance to show it to him, for him to look at it, and then we start putting together a plan, going over things that I want to do to it, getting his opinions on those things. But enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end. Well, since this is the first time I'm going to be using the Tacoma for a vendor booth, ever, this is its first trip that it's going to take, I got to figure out how to fit all my stuff that I would normally fit in this 10x10 trailer that we take everywhere. I got to figure out how to fit it in here. Now I know that this will probably be the first of many different configurations, but this is my starting point. This is where I'm just going to try to put as much stuff as I can in it. Few more totes to put on, actually like 2 more totes to put on, but I kind of like the general idea on how this is going. Got the 10x20 in there, got all my tables that I need, got the totes. There's a bunch of little miscellaneous stuff that I need to put in here that's going to be kind of tedious, but that's the general idea. All right, this is the final configuration with everything in the truck, everything that we need to run the booth this weekend. All the totes and tables and easy ups and bodies and all the little miscellaneous stuff it takes to run a booth at a show. But I'm stoked, everything fit in the back. Now, like I said before, I know this is all gonna change once it's bagged and bodied, and we're gonna have to figure something else out, some other configuration, but that's a little bit down the road. For now, I'm super stoked, everything fits in the back. In a 2003 Toyota Tacoma, carries all of our stuff. But I'm super excited about this weekend, and now the next stop is Brian's house. All right, we're out here, Phoenix, made it to Brian's house. That's his Tacoma right there, Tacoma bros. But we're out here, it's Thursday, and we're very early for the show. The show's actually Saturday, we're gonna get up there Friday. But the reason I'm out here a little bit early is we're gonna be taking the Tacoma over to Panda Built Fab and talk to Panda and start putting together a plan for this thing, because he's gonna be doing the bag and body drop on it. So I wanna get it over there, just first show him the truck, show it to him all stock, and I start putting together the rough plan of what we're gonna do and when we're gonna do it. Pit stop here at Tanner's place because we're doing a little swapping around. So Brian is going to have a booth this weekend also at Cruise to the Pines, but he also wants to take his Toyota, his Tacoma. So he can't carry everything, so we're just going to move some stuff around, with some stuff out of the Titan, put it in this little black truck. He's going to bring up all the merch, and Brian is going to drive his Tacoma up to the show. It's going to be super fun. I'm actually really looking forward for that. This is it. Here it is. And I want to just bring it by. This is like the very first step. We're heading out to the show this weekend, and I was going to be out here anyway, and I wanted to take it on it. So basically, I want to like take it on a trip and put all my stuff in it, and then like as it's built and after it's built, do it again, and kind of like, you know, so that's why I'm here. But while I was here, I thought I'd bring it by and let you check it out.
Yeah.
Put together a preliminary plan on what we're going to do, which is basically just bag and body it.
Just a
real simple bag and body, you know, get it done.
Real quick. It's a really nice truck. This is really clean.
Thanks, man.
It looks very off-roady with those tires.
Dude, it's got Toyo All-Terrains on it.
Nice.
I bought it from this dude up in Sacramento, and it's a grandpa truck, dude. It's got 116,000 miles on it, one owner.
Damn.
It's a California truck. It was purchased in San Diego, lived up north for a while, but yeah, it's all original. Everything is original. Everything works. All the interior is there. Nothing's broken. Like it's just in really good condition.
It's a super nice truck.
It's gonna be just this. It's this on the ground.
Yeah.
That's it. And then like I would, you know, replace the headlights. And I was really particular about this front end. I wanted a 01 to 04 for that front end. That's my favorite Tacoma front end. So the idea is, you know, is functionality. Like I want it to like work. So I know there's gonna be little hurdles to get over. Like some of my questions, like when you were first checking out, we're looking at the interior, how it's a floor shift.
Yeah.
It's like how are we gonna like take care of that?
I have no idea, honestly. Like,
and that was kind of the, like me and Brian were talking about it on the way over. It's like, I was asking him, I'm like, well, what about like the shifter? What about like the ABS? And he's like, Panda's just gonna say, I don't know. I don't know until like we start taking it apart.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I've never done one like that. Like mine is the column shifter. Okay.
Yeah, because like if like even this piece right here, like obvious, because like the you know how the tunnel gets modified, like how's it going to affect this piece, how's it going to affect this, like all those like little tiny details.
It's like I wonder how much of the floor we're gonna have to cut for the transmission for the body drop, because we're cutting the pinch off, so that's an extra inch off of that. Okay. I did one of these a couple years ago at Trolls, and we did 2x3 rails underneath it, and it laid pinch like perfect, and we didn't have to cut any of the floor or any of the firewall or anything, obviously for the tubs, but we're gonna take the pinch off, so we'll end up doing like we did on the red truck. It's like 2.5 by like real thick, like 5/16, like real thick material. And then we'll end up doing that underneath the cab, and then like kind of wherever we'll probably space the cross member off the ground by a little bit, because I know these trucks have problems with the racks dragging through. So if we space that cross member a tiny bit and then we build a new chassis off of that, wherever the transmission sits, we're just gonna have to just make plastics fit around that. And
that was the thing. So like, you know, on the red truck that you're building, like that comes with its own set of like, I don't want to say problems, but its own set of like hurdles to overcome.
Yeah.
So like with Tacomas, what are some of the specific hurdles that you got to overcome with this thing?
Well, I'm glad that it's an automatic to start off.
Well, and that was like one of the things, like as I was looking for one to purchase, like it's funny because like, you know, I really appreciated like everybody's help sending me trucks and stuff, and a lot of them were 5-speeds, and I'm like, it's got to be an automatic, and they're like, why?
Yeah, because like, look, there's no master cylinder to move.
Because that's like one of the hurdles that you are having with the red truck is like moving the clutch master cylinder and stuff, right?
Yep. But yeah, that's not there, so I don't have to relocate, and that's awesome. So you have your wheels already that you're going to be running? I'm
going to have them on the truck once you drop once it's the work is beginning. They're just 18-inch, 225, 40, 18s.
8.5 by 8?
I whatever front wheel drive wheels are.
8.5 by 8. Okay. We'll see when they get here. Okay. What's the offset?
Whatever front wheel drives are. I don't know, man. Those are
they're old chrome wheels, so you're not going to know anything.
Yeah, just some regular standard front wheel drive chrome wheels.
Okay, cool. That should be fun. We might have to take the booster out and do a different booster. Those brake lines, what is that, your ABS?
Yeah, that was one of the other questions, is like, what do we do with this kind of stuff? I know, like, you can't really answer that right now.
Well, I'm just going to disconnect all the lines and rebend all the lines with the bender and just remount that box somewhere over here so it clears everything, and it'll all be factory. So one thing that we learned after we finished that S10 was like, if we can keep it as factory as possible, it's going to look way better than anything.
And that's what I like. Yeah. I like, as much as like I'm custom life, like what I like about this truck is is, and my 4Runner was the same way. Like when you open the hood of the 4Runner, it was 100% stock.
Yeah.
Like the fuse box was in the same place, just moved a little bit.
Yep.
But and the point of that is like I really want to be able to take it to like any mechanic and they're like, okay, we can fix this, you know, and not have them open up and then like so much stuff is moved and cut and that they're like, I don't know what to do with this, you know. So that was like, and then also like being California, like passing smog and everything, having all the emissions and everything.
So can you do an intake or anything?
You can do an intake, yeah. You can do an intake as long as it has
so you're gonna
this
need an
on
intake.
it.
So you have to run that either way. Otherwise the truck won't run. So yeah, do an intake on that thing. So we'll need an intake and then we'll need probably a booster. Everything else just gets relocated.
Okay.
The washer fluid, you want to keep that or no?
No, not necessarily.
If we can keep it, we'll relocate it because then it's like you'll still have your hood sprayers. And then the coolant tank, we'll get rid of this one unless it has a sensor. If it's got a sensor on it, then we'll just relocate it. Okay. If it doesn't have a sensor on it, we'll just get one of those little billet ones from Amazon. Okay. I know you love Amazon. Keeping this battery?
So that's actually a funny. No, I want to do like something like a very basic battery. Okay. Maybe we could do a yellow top if that you know fits the application better. That's like so. The other part of like my thinking on this build is part of the functionality, but also like maintenance and like ease of like accessibility. Yeah. Like you know, we're joking on the podcast about me putting the battery in the bed.
I heard that.
He didn't like that.
I heard that in the plastic tray. Like what year is it, dude? Like, I was like, no. No.
Yeah. But I mean, the sentiment is like accessibility. Like if I got to put a battery in it, like it's not going to be too difficult to put a battery in it.
So we'll try to keep one right here in the factory location.
Oh, that'd be the coolest thing.
If you want to buy a second one of the same style battery, so you can go to Walmart and just buy two of the same ones, we'll leave one here and we'll put one underneath the bed. Okay. Because then it's like your air management will kind of work off of that one a little bit more, and the truck works off this one more, and then you'd be happier in the long run. Okay. Yeah. And then, so then the other things was like tubs in the front. Okay. Tubs in the front, and then the bed. So like you see all this shit in the bed that we got going on here. So like, obviously it's a stock bed. This is like my entire booth. So this is an entire 10x20 booth with all my merch. And I know that like, it's not gonna obviously not have all the same room, you know? Yeah. But the idea that I'm thinking is like, everything minimal, like just as much as you need to go up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like just nothing, you know, excessive and just try to maintain as much room as we can. Are we moving the gas tank?
Okay, that was the other thing. I don't know if you knew about like my 4Runner and putting gas in it, like how difficult it was and how much like I went through like the painstaking process of getting.
I'll put you a factory filler.
Yeah, I want
factory cap, factory everything.
I don't care where it goes as long as I can just put the nozzle in it, click it on, and just go just
watch it. Okay.
And watch it and have it click off. Okay. That's the only thing I care about. I was kind of joking that like if it's all done and something happens with the gas, I'm gonna burn your shotgun. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so from building one of these before, I know that if you leave the tank in the factory location, you lift it higher than the rail after we redo the rails, we're gonna have to notch the cab floor. Okay. For the gas tank. So I'm not cutting up a gas tank. Unless you buy a brand new one, I'll cut into it and modify it, but like
I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I don't want to keep the stock one as much stock as possible.
Well, here's the two options. So it's either factory location, we lift it up, we have to notch the bottom of the cab. That's going to be the high. If you leave it in the factory location, you could run a wishbone 3-link, like an offset one, and you could do lifter bars in the back and bring them down lower and put the bags in the back. So the highest point of your whole suspension would be the top of your notch. You can keep as much factory bed floor as you can at that point. But we have to obviously do all that. Otherwise, you move the tank to the back, and then your suspension is kind of built up front, which is a little bit lower, but it's still going to be higher than the notch because of where the tank is going to sit. Because I can't just drop it as low to the ground because it's going to be, you'll see it from the back. So if it's in the back, it has to be up a little bit higher to clear everything and not be able to see it. Okay. So it's kind of one of those.
What's better as far as that? Like, what's better is functionality. Like, because like I do want to keep because it has a tow hitch on it. Like, what's better for functionality for like keeping it like being able to tow like a small trailer or something like that?
I would do the lifter bars in the back. It's going to make it a lot smoother in the rear, and you can also like kind of tune it a little bit better.
So that's sort of like my idea for it, you know, my rough idea. And I'm sure that like through the process we're gonna, you know, have some hurdles and change some things, and you know, but as long as the theme stays, this thing bagged and bodied.
Yep.
That's the theme.
Cool.
And then the only other big question is like, when do you want to start? That's the next big question.
There's a small line of people in front of you.
Just a small one.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Okay.
Yeah, basically whenever you say, all right, leave it, and that's when it stays.
Okay. What type of budget are you working with?
Friday, and we are here at a gas station in the middle of somewhere outside of Phoenix, meeting up for the cruise part of Cruise to the Pines. It's a little different this year. I don't know if I explained this before, but it's a little bit different. In all the rest of the years, the show was on a Saturday, and everybody would meet up in the morning and cruise up to Cruise to the Pines and do the show. But that, like, as more like trucks started coming and it grew and grew and grew, they changed the format a little bit, and so now it's Friday. Now it's Friday, everybody's meeting up. There's a few people here in this parking lot. There's me with the Tacoma. There's Brian, he's driving his Tacoma. And this is actually his first long trip in his Tacoma that he's taking. And we're climbing a mountain. And I was having a little problem with my transmission, but I'll explain about that later.
Put my Apple CarPlay in.
Let me hold on. Let me put it in navigation. It's Saturday morning here at the show, and we're ready to get this thing started. However, we do have one minor issue, I guess. Left the truck here last night with all the booth stuff in it. We took Brian's cool truck and cruised around town last night, had a really good time hanging out with different people. Well, somewhere along the line, I lost my key to the truck. So having a locksmith come here and to open the truck and re-key it. So we're off to a little bit of a rocky start, but not bad. But yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna have a good day.
On a Saturday.
Doors open. He's making the key now. This is the guy who came. I haven't gotten his name yet or what company he's from, but this is the locksmith. They're here right away. It took them like 40 minutes to get here, but now it's open. Now at least we can get inside of it, and then he's gonna make a new key, and then that's it. Brian from Grinder TV and I, if you didn't know, we have a podcast called The Drop. And I'm assuming that if you watch this channel and you watch these videos, you are very aware that we have a podcast called The Drop. So at these events, our friend Doug from Creative House, who creates really cool acrylic awards, made us some stuff. There he is. He made us some awards. They're the Drop Awards. And it's kind of like every show that me and Brian are at, we like to just pick a truck or something that we like, that we both think are cool, and give them the award. We picked a truck here at Cruise to the Pines, and I'm hoping the person's not there because I kind of want to just put it in her seat and then just leave it like that so she can find it later. So I'm going to go do that right now. Okay, so it looks like she's not there, which is exactly what I wanted because I want it to be a surprise. So right here, look at this. This is the truck. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna put this right here. Oh, maybe right here. Will it stay? Will it stay? There we go. All right, hopefully that doesn't fall over. But yeah, that's me and Brian's drop choice. So that's it. Thanks for checking out the Kustom Life vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Big thank you to Perfect Poise for throwing the show. They did such a great job. It was a little bit different format this year, which I actually enjoyed. I thought it was a really cool idea. It was a really fun, chill time. Thank you to everybody who swung by the booth, said what's up, picked up some merch. I really appreciate that. But again, thanks for checking out the Kustom Life vlog. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next show. Later.